Hello, Victory families, and welcome to our summer camps of 2020. This is our Soccer Kids program for preschoolers. So unfortunately, we are unable to come together and meet either out in the fields or at the gyms. So what we wanted to do is keep summer rolling, keep the camps coming, but instead we're going to bring them to you through these videos so that you can do them and participate them just at your house. It should be a ton of fun. And what these videos are going to look like, we're going to come out with 5 all at once. So you may have already seen all the other 4 of the videos. So basically what you can do is you can take one each day of the week, Monday through Friday, or you can really pick whatever days you want. And it'll kind of simulate a regular week of camp. So you can pick one every day. There'll be new games, new warm-ups, new challenge times, new things every day for you and your preschoolers to participate in. It should be a ton of fun. And the best part is we made them so that you don't need a ton of equipment. If you have a soccer ball or even any kind of ball, you can participate in this. It should be a ton of fun. I'm so excited. So without further ado, why don't we get set up for our first warm-up and get started. All right, everybody, so today for our first warm-up, we're going to do something called silly calisthenics. Can you say that word, calisthenics? Good. So that is a big fancy word that basically means we're going to move our bodies. We're going to do that in a bunch of different ways. I'll list them right over here. We'll do things like mummy walks, dinosaur runs. We're going to do a bunch of jumping jacks just to get the blood pumping, getting us ready to play some soccer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready. You can watch me do it to see how we do all the moves, and then it'll be your turn to go ahead and do it. And you can do it in any kind of space. I'm doing it just here in my driveway. If you want to do it longer, that's great. If you want to do it a little shorter, that's great too. But I'm going to go get set up and start doing my silly calisthenics. Awesome. Now that we're all warmed up, you guys can grab your soccer ball. And we're going to teach you guys 2 things that you guys can do at home, really anywhere you have any kind of ball. And these are 2 things that will help you be a great soccer player. The first thing we're going to do is called a toe touch, because in soccer, we don't use our hands, we use our feet, and toe touches help us learn how to keep our feet on the ball. So what we want to do is take the ball, we're going to put it right in front of our feet, put one foot on top, just like this, so our toe is touching the ball. We're going to balance just like this. You can put your arms out like this to help you balance. We want to make sure we don't fall on the ground, because if we fall on the ground we might get hurt, we might get stepped on, and that is not fun. So you're going to keep one foot right on top. Perfect. Now let's take our foot, and I want you to roll the ball up and down, back and forward. A couple times, keep rolling it up and down, up and down. Good. Let's freeze. This time we're going to go side to side. This one's a little bit harder, so you can make it a little smaller. Back and forth, back and forth. Good job. Good, let's freeze. Now, we're going to take our foot and switch to the other one. So let's take this one off and this one on. Let's do the same thing. Roll it up and down. Awesome. Let's freeze. Let's go side to side. Awesome job. Let's freeze. Let's switch feet again. Now this time, let's roll the ball in a circle. So it's kind of like back and front and side to side all in once. In a circle. This one's a little bit harder, so you can always practice these. If these ones are a little hard, you can keep practicing, and we'll get better and better at them every week. Good, let's switch feet. Roll this one in a circle. Perfect. All right, let's put one foot on top, and we're gonna do 10 toe touches all together. We're gonna switch our feet while we count. So let's do it all together. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good job, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. All right, we can pick our ball up. Ooh. Pick our ball up, you can leave it in front of your feet, but let's not touch it for right now, because our next thing we're gonna do is called a tick-tock, kind of like a clock, but like a long time ago, they had these clocks where this thing would go back and forth, back and forth. They make the sound tick-tock. So to help us with our soccer skills, we're gonna do a tick-tock. So we're gonna put our ball in front of our, or in between our feet, just like this, and I want you to stand like a superhero. You can pick any superhero. I like to pick Batman. He's my favorite. So the ball is in between your feet, and the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna try and stay right where we are, but we wanna make the ball go back and forth between our feet. So I'm gonna go back and forth with the ball, kicking it between my feet. Now, tick-tocks are pretty hard. So if you can't get it on the first try, that's okay. What I want you to do is even just do this motion back and forth to help you. That's awesome too. So let's tick-tock, whoop, back and forth. You can go a little faster. Good. So those are two things that we're gonna do every week. We're gonna do our toe touches and our tick-tocks because they help us keep our feet on the ball and not our hands. And it's also gonna help us do our next game. We're gonna learn how to dribble, which is what we do with our feet too. So let's go play. Alrighty, so for our first game, what we're gonna do to help us with our dribbling, we're gonna play a game called Frogger. So in this game, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretend that we're gonna be frogs that play soccer. Now I know frogs don't really play soccer, but we can pretend. And then it's our job as the frog is to dribble our ball from one side of the swamp to the other without waking up any of our sleeping animals. And when we get to the other side, there's a goal, and you can go score a goal on the other side. And then we'll show you a couple different ways that we can play. That'll be a little fun. So the first thing you're gonna do is just dribble from one side to the other. And the way that we dribble is kind of like a tick-tock, but instead of staying in one spot, we like to kick the ball a little bit in front of us so that we can go from one place to another. So all you have to do for this game to set it up is I have some of these discs that I got to lay out, but you can use anything in your house. If you have bikes, if you have balls, if you have sticks, you can do whatever, and you can make them your swamp animals. But you'll kind of see what I did. I want you to watch just the first play, how I play, and then I'll show you one more way to play, and then you guys can play as many times as you like. So let's go do it. All right, awesome job. Hopefully you guys set up some awesome swamps. So now that we have our swamp set up, what I want you guys to do this time, instead of just going from one side to the other, I want you to pick 2 or maybe even 3 animals in your swamp. It could be a sleeping snapping turtle. It could be a sleeping alligator. You guys can pick. If you run into it and wake it up, so if your ball touches it, you have to do 5 jumping jacks or 5 star jumps. The other thing what I want you to do is pick 3, and all you have to do is dribble up to it and dribble a circle all around it. Go to the next one, dribble a circle around it, to the next one, a circle around it, and then you can go score your goal. I'll demonstrate that here, and then you guys can watch, and then it'll be your turn. So that was a really fun game. You guys can play that game as many times as you want, add things to it, make it your own. It's a really fun game. And as we go on, we'll keep playing this game, and we'll show you some more and more ways that we can make it just tons and tons of fun. So now we're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna head inside, maybe grab some water or some Gatorade. We're gonna have our little challenge time. So you can come inside with me, or you can hang out outside, but we're gonna take a little break. So let's go. All right, everybody, well, welcome to our first installment of our challenge time. Our challenge time is something we do at all of our programs, where during our camp or program or whatever we're doing, we like to take a little break, we sit down, we come together, we like to talk about some pretty cool things. And generally what we talk about during challenge time are things like God, like Jesus, and the Bible. And what's really cool about our challenge time for this week of camp is we're going to do our series that we call Do the Right Thing. And during this series, every day after today, we're going to tell you guys a story from the Bible where somebody had the choice to do the right thing or maybe the wrong thing. And we'll see what they pick and what unfolded after that. So these are real stories that you guys can find in your Bible at home, whether you have your own or your parents'. If you don't have a Bible, let us know. We have tons of Bibles. We'd love to get you one. And also at the end of all of our challenge times, what we like to do is we like to talk to God. And we talk to God by praying. And what's cool about praying is we can do it whenever, wherever, no matter where we are, we can always pray and talk to God. So even if we're out in the baseball field or the soccer field or the basketball court, or maybe we're out to eat, or maybe we're in our basement like I am, we can always pray and talk to God together. So why don't we do that right now? So what I want you to do is fold your hands, close your eyes, and repeat after me. Ready? Dear God, thank you for today. Thank you for the Bible. Keep us safe. Amen. Awesome job. So that was our first challenge time. Tomorrow we'll be talking about our first story from our Do the Right Thing series. It should be an awesome story, and really excited to share that with you guys. So why don't we head back outside and start some more of our soccer games. Let's go. So now that we're back outside, for our last game, we're actually going to do a little competition. And we call it our Minute to Win It. So all you need is to set up some goals around your yard or inside, and grab your soccer ball. And I know most of us don't have goals, so what we want you to do is get creative. You can use things like pillows, you can get some sticks, you can get whatever you have lying around the house, even some cups, put them outside to make your little goals. And so the objective of the game is you have 1 minute to score as many goals as you can. And so, but the only rule is that you can't score on the same goal 2 times in a row. So you got to go back and forth or around how many goals you have set up. And we want to see how many or who can score the most goals in just 1 minute. So I'm going to get mine set up, and then I'll show you how I do. Well, thank you all for joining us for day 1. We hope you guys had fun, and looking forward to getting back at it again tomorrow. So we will see you then. Bye.